Put your answers in there. Use the chat extensively through the night. Walter's going to be putting in all kinds of notes and links and things that are important for you guys to find information. And you guys want to copy that and share that with your people. We'll have a bunch of people rolling in here momentarily. So I thank you all for your time. I'm feeling much better today. Got a lot of energy, changed my workstation positioning so that I could withstand some of the things that I needed to do here. We are ready to rock and roll. We've got some brand new footage from headquarters from the launch event. I want to showcase that tonight and show you guys something fresh as always. And there's more coming. They have got a small mountain of footage and content to cut through and grind through from the launch event. So there's a list of people that won prizes and $100 USDTs and all kinds of iPhones and iPads and other boosters and Bitcoins. So they're going to give lists of all that. And then there's videos and all that and photos from like crazy. And so we are live on Facebook as well. So make sure you go there and hit that with your description and your link and tell everyone to join us today. We're collecting Bitcoins together. So for the new people on the call, what we do here at Bitharvest with the BitBooster device is we collect Bitcoins on a daily basis. And that is the journey we're on. Many people want to be on that journey. Many people want to collect Bitcoins. And they did a survey from Bloomberg. And the study said that the two things that everybody, and they went over 80 countries or something. The two things that everybody wants to do with Bitcoin and doesn't know is the first thing is which software to choose. So they don't know what software to use, which we have it. We have the software here and the device. And the second thing is they don't know who to trust with that software and device, like who's doing it, who's using it, give them help, stuff like that. So if people are that simple out there and they just need to know what software to use and someone to help them that they could trust to help them, my goodness, that means we have, bazillions and bazillions of people out here that want to collect Bitcoins with us. So we really have to turn up the jets and get people out there knowing about us and knowing what we're doing. Tonight, we're going to be going through, of course, some videos to learn about everything and highlight everything. Then we're going to go through the marketing documents and you guys will learn about the company and everything else. And then we're going to go through the spreadsheet and you guys will see the numbers, cucumbers on everything. And the numbers are the best part. Let's be honest, it's all numbers. We're in Bitcoin here. And then after that, we'll end the live stream, but keep the Zoom going. And we will move into the back office and see the daily results for today and how much we made and how much we're making this month and all that other good stuff we do every day at the end of the call. So if you guys have questions, save them to the end. If you want to come on the microphone and all that stuff, we'll do that at the end of the presentation part when we move to the end of the live stream. Uncle Walter, how's your day today? Is everything good in your neighborhood?
Yeah, it's an awesome day today.
Good.
We making Bitcoin every day. That's the best part of the day of it. But this next best part is we're also helping other people make Bitcoin too. I love that.
Yes, like that's the job. If you help others, then you get helped in the process, right? You grow in the process. And the best part about everybody in our company, on our team, in the world, is everybody's making Bitcoin. So no one's going to be broke ever again. They're not going to be like anybody else. They're going to be on this highway with us. And that's the best part. I feel empowering the citizens is our duty. It is our job to make sure that everybody gets wealthy and stays healthy and away from the system and inflation and all that other stuff that's choking everybody down. With Bitcoin, you're not getting choked down. You're growing up. And that's the main reason you want some, right? It's inflationary. You're growing with Bitcoins. So I'm just waiting for a couple more people to roll in here we were expecting. Let me say hi to everybody now. So hi to Walter, Uncle Walter. Hi, Amanda. Hello, Chet. Hello, Bjorn. Hello, Jay. Crypto Jay's with us. Daniel's with us. Danka's here. Dave's here. Dennis is here. Dwayne's here. Elta's here, of course. She's always with us. Emma's here. Eric's here. Glenn's here. Greg's here. Herbert's here. iPhone 11's here. iPhone's always here. Ivy Burton's here. Jeff's here. Jules is here. Cooney's here. Lace is here, of course. Larry's here. Nice. Lynn's here. You guys are staying up late. Michael's here. Portia's here. Rob's here. Rob Moore's here. Robin's here. And Waka's here. So we've got a lot of people in here today. And it's nice to see everybody coming close and learning. Throw in where you're from in the chats. and we will get started here with the latest and the greatest from headquarters. I've got some new news as well. We've got a new promotion starting for August 1st for the whole month, and then we've got a whole new system of bonusing everybody starting in September. And then we have a whole new marketing plan with more profits for the marketing department in October. And I just finished all that meetings today. Like, it's absolutely the hottest sauce on earth. And nobody even knows the stuff I know, because I am, influencing the marketing here. So, my style. So amazing. Wow. I'm going to share more of that stuff as we grow here today. So for the first part, I'm going to show you guys some new content and new videos. So turn up your sound, have a listen, and let's get into it. Thank you all for coming. Let's grow together and collect these Bitcoins before somebody else does, like Walter.
Transforming the world takes time. Creating a prosperous era requires collective effort. This is a pivotal moment in history. Blockchain is forging a new world and a new generation. Join us in being part of this revolution. Together, we will sail forward. Together, we will make history. Bitharvest, the global launch convention, is here. Let the journey begin.
Woo, I love it. Such an awesome video to start off the night. So let's get into the product now and learn about what it does and why it's so special.
What does having Bitcoin have to do with you, and what does it mean for Bitcoin ETFs get approved? Let's find out. The Bitcoin halving event, which occurs every 4 years, halves the rewards for mining Bitcoin. Historically, this event usually triggers significant market volatility. But what does it mean for you as an investor or miner? The introduction of Bitcoin ETFs brings cryptocurrencies into the traditional securities market, providing them with new legitimacy and accessibility. This could be a turning point in the value and adoption of Bitcoin. 2024 is shaping up to be a landmark year for Bitcoin. With the next halving and growing mainstream acceptance, many believe this will be Bitcoin's last bull market. Are you ready to capitalize on this opportunity? This is the Bitcoin Mining Booster, BitBooster, your Bitcoin mining solution. Designed for top performance, BitBooster optimizes your mining efficiency, reduces costs, and maximizes output. It's not just a mining tool, it's your partner in the ever-changing world of cryptocurrency. BitBooster technology represents a major breakthrough in the mining industry, designed specifically for miners who are looking to be efficient and maximize their returns. This means that whether you are an experienced miner or new to the industry, you can experience unprecedented mining efficiency with BitBooster. Don't be discouraged if you missed the previous bull market. The key is to capitalize on the next wave. It's always good to speculate, but even better to keep producing Bitcoin to make sure you don't miss out on every uptrend opportunity. BitBooster Accelerator Mining is the perfect way for you to start a new chapter in digital gold and accelerate your path to wealth accumulation. BitBooster, helping you build your cryptocurrency empire. Visit our website now and start the journey to mining success.
And there you go. That's our video starting it off tonight. Now, what we want to know is, what are we doing? Well, we're mining for Bitcoins, right? And why would we do that? Why are we mining for Bitcoins? Well, I'll tell you why. First of all, let's go back in history for a minute and learn that Bitcoin came out in 2009. And in 2009, the internet was still emerging. And now we have the internet linking the whole planet, and the internet economy has become the biggest economy humans have ever created. And so we've got Bitcoin as the leading person-to-person electronic cash system on the internet. And at the beginning, Bitcoin took hard blows from the banksters and everybody else. And today, in 2024, Bitcoin is now accepted worldwide, millions and millions of outlets, and has become the most valuable currency, the most valuable place to store savings, the most valuable place to store your assets, the most valuable place on earth to have any kind of assets. It beats real estate, it beats cash, it beats everything. It beats it all. It's number one. And so it's done all that on its own. So it's the people's money, and the people have prevailed. And it's an exciting time, and it's revolutionary in the whole concept of itself. And it is built on a software called the blockchain. And the blockchain is a non-tamperable software. You cannot mess with it. And so therefore, every record and everything that go on with it is all there in black and white, and nobody can erase anything or mess with it. Therefore, Bitcoin is highly secure. It's also decentralized, which means there's no owners, no human beings, no boss at the top. It's truly a people's economy, built by the people, for the people to flourish. And it is a second highway of economy in the way that I put it. Now, cryptocurrency after Bitcoin emerged, and many, many other copycats came on the scene. And so the copycats just tried to take all the flair and image away from Bitcoin. And so because Bitcoin was moving, I would say, a little slower than the others, and they thought they could make technology better. But every cryptocurrency that out there is a copycat of Bitcoin. And the weird thing about them is that you can buy all those other fake cryptos with Bitcoin, but you really can't buy the Bitcoin with those fake cryptos. And so that's the industry's been growing. A lot of people went the wrong way, myself included. And we've learned to come back to Bitcoin as the standard of what the economy of cryptocurrency, the internet, and all of that brought together. And many, many new people have emerged in the arena, and people are using the assets from their company to acquire Bitcoins, the ETFs like in the video. And so the banksters have got in the game, and they are selling paper Bitcoins to everyone now too, and buying up a whole bunch. So Bitcoin has risen, in value immensely since its inception, right? So today on the screen, I've got Bitfeed Live, and we have Bitcoin priced right now at $66,023 US, and it is July 30th. So we are hyper-focused on transactions, and I'm going to explain why. On this block, you can see in the last few minutes, I don't know how many minutes now, 6 minutes ago, we've processed 395 million US dollars of Bitcoins. So that's sending Bitcoin, buying and selling Bitcoin on the market, stuff like that. All the activity with Bitcoin is moving it around. It goes from here to there. And there's a transactional commission that comes from that, sending of Bitcoin wherever from here to there. So if Jan sends Walter $1,000, there's a fee, and that fee is a percentage of that 1,000 I'm sending. If I send Walter $1 million, there's a fee, and that fee is a percentage of what I'm sending. Here we've had 3,319 transactions happen in the last 6 minutes. Again, we've moved 395 million worth of Bitcoin in the Bitcoin pipeline of the blockchain, and there's still 106,000 plus people having their transactions coming through. So it's a busy place, and every hour it averages about $1 billion an hour, and that's $24 billion a day, and that's billions. And if you've ever done the math on billions, $1 million against $1 billion is like a speck of sand on the beach of the Bitcoin. However, $1 million is a lot of money for everyone involved, let's be honest. And so when we know that we're getting a commission for all the transactions, it's a sustainable business model, it'll be running for years and years, then we know that we can focus on something like this and start to make income in Bitcoin for everybody involved. The machines that do the transactions are called mining machines, and it's because they sit in a warehouse, and I don't even still really know exactly why they call it mining, but we have to create something called proof of work, which is really in layman's terms just transactional approvals. So we're approving transactions with these machines, and they run all day, 24 hours a day in a warehouse, and they have thousands of warehouses and millions of these machines in operation since 2009. One of the biggest mining operations in the world is Riot Mines in Texas. And you can see by the size of it, it's the size of an airport. And this place is all warehousing. And this, in layman's terms, again, is like manufacturing Bitcoins. Look at it. It looks like a place that manufactures stuff. And so you got shelves filled with all those machines, and they are manufacturing Bitcoins every single day by the second. And they're really making transactions approved and processed and all that type of transactional data. And that's what they do. They just do that all day, 24 hours a day. And the machines are the muscle, but they're not that intelligent, and they cost a lot in electricity. And so we at Bitharvest have invented the BitBooster, and it's a device that helps modulate the electricity, turn it down when there's nothing to do, turn it up when there's something to do. And it also helps the workflow, so it runs the jobs through there, the transaction jobs, smoother and faster and easier for the machine to process. And it also throws the bad ones away, because sometimes there's bogus ones, and so it'll throw those to the bin before the machine actually has to waste time and electricity. And when I speak about electricity, it sounds light, but this is 450 megawatts. This is enough electricity to power a city. So you can imagine how much bills they have and the cost of electricity is gigantic. And so when our product is married to their product, we have a marriage made in heaven, and we've got the brains and the muscle working in coordination together, and we're saving on electricity, which is the biggest point. And we've been featured on Binance 3 times in the regards of eco-friendly initiative. And so our device is a champion in the market. Now, after the mining farm does its thing and makes its Bitcoin commissions every single day, it has to take a dump of them like a dump truck, because it's a factory. So you're going to take a big dump truck over to the wholesaler. And the wholesaler in this equation is via BTC. And via BTC wholesales the cryptocurrencies to retailers. And there's many retailers. You guys have used them. Crypto.com, Binance is one of them. Binance is here. So there's lots and lots of retailers out there that retail the cryptos. And then via BTC is the wholesaler. And there's lots of pools like this one that are wholesalers. And you buy retail on your bank wire, you buy with your credit card, debit card, stuff like that. And you won't buy it here like that, but you'll buy it at Binance and Crypto.com. And you always wonder, well, where do they get the Bitcoins from? Well, they get them from here. And so do we. And these are called virgin Bitcoins. These are ones like if we went to the dirt and dug out gold from the ground, and it was gold that was never sold in a jewelry store before, this is virgin gold from the ground. And so we're getting the same kind of Bitcoins here. These are Bitcoins that have never been sold before. So the ones that we receive are from mining, and they are from the commission of the transaction. So it's really important to identify that and understand. So now you guys have learned a lot. You've learned where Bitcoin has come from. Since 2009, we've been mining it. You know that Bitcoin is the only real cryptocurrency anybody should be working with. You know that we do about $1 billion of Bitcoin an hour per hour, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You do the math on that. You know the machines are the muscle, and they take a lot of electricity to run. You know the mining operation is going to be running now for another 120 years. Yeah, we have business model for 120 years out on this one. So it's big and longevity. You know that the wholesalers are the pools, and that's where we get our virgin Bitcoins from. And you know the retailers and what their job is. So the next question everyone's got is, how do we get involved? Well, it's easy. You come to BitBooster, you get one, and you sign up. And then you start to make Bitcoins with us and become a Bitcoin collector, and you put this in your portfolio of income producing assets. Wow, hey, so easy. And that's true. We've made mining industry simple for everyone to get involved. So let me explain some more. It takes $100 to start a shared booster position, and you get 10% of one machine. 10% for $100 gets your account open and gets you making Bitcoins like a boss. Then the booster itself is $1,000, and it's got 10 shares in there. You take 1,000 divided by 10, you get the math, but it's $1,000 per machine. Now, this machine is not like an iPhone or an iWatch where it's a gadget that looks cool and doesn't do anything more than that, basically. This gadget is something that actually pays you back. And so over the course of time, it will pay itself off. Over the course of time, it will make you wealthy. And over the course of time, it will produce income passively 24 hours a day while you're working, while you're sleeping, which is pretty much, the concept of making money on the internet in a box. We wouldn't have a business. We wouldn't have rave reviews on Trustpilot. We wouldn't have anything today if it wasn't about profit. That's what business is centered on, and we have to keep working, and everybody's got to keep the lights on. The mining profit that we're making together in this partnership with the mining operations is the juice, and this is the profit that everybody's sharing in this digital gold rush. The profit pie chart looks like this from the company top level. This is right from the company's perspective, saying, okay, we're going to go do this, and this is how we're going to share the Bitcoins that everyone's making with us. So the company is going to get 10% for the innovation, the software, the production of the device, the engineering, and all of what it does. And that's 10% for the company. 60% of the profits we create are going to go to the mining farm partner. And of course, they're happy because this is additional profit for them that they need. It's obvious to the marketplace. It's obvious to the industry. You can Google it. Mining farms are operating sometimes at losses because of the electricity costs. So this is the answer. This is the solution. And the 30%, that's for you. That's for you. That's for me. That's for us, the whole family of marketers. And we're marketing this product around the world. All kinds of crypto citizens that want to, be Bitcoin collectors along with us. And for doing that wonderful job of marketing, we're getting a 30% piece of the pie chart. And this pie chart is a little misleading because it is bazillions and bazillions of Bitcoin dollars in the future. And so every single day we're creating that. And so far the company's made well over, I looked at the last one, it was like 15 Bitcoins or something already in total. So we have shared that already amongst all of the members so far. So that's already been split around. The best part about what we're doing is it has zero to do with the price of Bitcoin, and it has zero to do with trading or arbitrage or exchange or leverage or any of this other sauce that everyone else is trying to sell. This is just flat out making money from the transactions of Bitcoin. And so if Bitcoin's 50K, well, we're making money today. If Bitcoin's 60K, we make more. If Bitcoin's 80K, we're making more. And if Bitcoin goes up to 100K, we're making more. And of course it will. Like, it's obvious to everyone and the analysts, Bitcoin's on the rise. So we're going to make more and more and more together. And so we don't have to worry. We don't have to trade. We don't have to have any chamois sauce and fake numbers on a screen. We're just flat out making Bitcoins from transactions. And every single person in the company so far is really happy. So back to getting involved, all you've got to do is get the link from whoever invited you to the company, sign up, deposit some USDT, buy a booster or a share, get your account running, and see the results. On day 2, the booster will start to work for you like a good robot should. On day 3, you're going to log in like a property manager, like a boss of your income-producing assets, and you're going to see your Bitcoins in your wallet ready for withdrawal. And it's that simple. I don't think it ever will be simpler, and I don't think anyone else on planet Earth has made mining industry this simple before, especially a real operation, not, the sham sauce that we've seen before. So this is so simple to get involved and so easy. Now, every booster comes with a serial number. Every booster comes with an invoice. Every booster has a MAC address on there. Every booster is yours and you've bought it. So let's take a look at Marcos, one of our leaders that went to the headquarters and saw the booster for himself in action.
Hey there, this is Marcos Caleb here. I come from the United States and the UK, and I'm here today with the CMO, Ronnie, and I'm telling you guys, he's going to share some amazing things exactly about how the BitBooster works, and he's going to show the BitBooster plugged in, and it's mining, and it's working. He's going to show where my BitBooster is plugged in. So, Ronnie, nice to be with you here. Let's rock it.
Sure, no problem. Sure, yeah. So now I will stand in the Bitharvest HQ, the BitBooster server room. I will show you. You will see anything? Nothing, right? I let you know the magic. 1,
watch this.
2, 3.
Woo! Look at that! Isn't that amazing? Look at that.
So why is this? I will tell you. This is the booster linked with the mining farm. You will see all the data is the hash rate is running. Yeah, because the BitBooster cannot directly mining the Bitcoin. It must got the mining farm can work as well. Yeah. So where the booster? Yeah, come on, bro.
This is real mining, folks. It's got all the IP addresses of all the different server farms and boosters. It's amazing. Guys, come on in here.
Yeah.
Check it out. Isn't this amazing? Look at this. Look at this beautiful, amazing room here. This is where we have the BitBoosters plugged in, and we're going to check them out, see for ourselves that they're actually working. And so we can verify them right on the block. We can verify them right in the back office that you see that your BitBooster is plugged in. So, Ronnie?
Yes, can. No problem, bro.
All right,
so everybody, when you purchase the booster, we plug in our server room. And this server room is the first server room. We got the second server room and the third server room. Yeah, come. I will show you. And all the booster is plugged in. One box got the 20 piece of the booster. You will see a lot.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah. So in this account, you will see, okay, do you know the booster number? Do you know, right? You press the booster, this button, and you scroll down, you will see, yes.
There we go.
Yeah, you will see the booster number.
Right there, guys.
Yeah.
You see it?
Yes.
The BitBooster number.
Now, important, you come to this server room, you must know what happened, the booster is working. You must see the ID when you log in is active.
Yes,
If let's say your booster inactive, means you cannot get Bitcoin.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It has to be plugged in so that it can be boosting the mining operations on the server farms so that the mining operations will work, and then you can grow your Bitcoins. Your Bitcoins will continue to come in as long as those things are plugged in and working for you 24/7, like a boss.
Yes. So, is it your booster got linked with the mining farm? You will see this booster, in let's say I plug off, immediately you will see inactive. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we refresh. What's happened? Now it's inactive already.
Yeah, inactive. You see it? He's got it
Mr.
unplugged.
Marco.
Unplugged.
Can you help me to see this booster? What's the number?
Yep, there it is.
It's a 00001, right? And we scroll down.
There we go.
Is it the same, the booster number?
Yes, it is. Exactly the
Yeah.
same number. Exactly. BNB, yep, 7000001. Exactly
Yeah.
the same number.
If let's say you see your ID when you log in, you will see inactive. Oh, immediately call our customer service to check your booster, right? Okay.
Exactly. So
Now
watch him plug it in.
plug it in. 1, 2, 3. Okay, refresh. Oi, immediately
Active. Woohoo.
activate your booster.
It's active again, so it's mining.
Yes, now you can accumulate your BTC, right? Your asset. Okay.
So as you guys can see, we are mining with these BitBoosters, and I'm telling you, this is one of the greatest opportunities we have ever experienced in our lifetime. I'm telling you guys, get involved, get on board, because Bitharvest is the future. We can get these bit miners, these BitBoosters plugged in, mining for you daily Bitcoins. All right, over and out. I'll see you guys at the top.
See you at the top.
There we go. There we go, family. You guys seen it there. You've seen it now. So simple, so easy. It's curated for us and running 24/7 nonstop. So that's why we're excited about it. That's why our community has already grown to 5,000 members in 3 months. That's why our part of this company's marketing team has excelled, and we have brought more people in a 90-day window than anybody so far in the history of the company. And that's why we are so strong with this and showing up every day, educating the citizens and helping everybody win. We don't want to see people broke anymore. We want to see people wealthy, and we know that Bitcoin is the asset class that everybody needs to have in their household, in their hands. We also know that our machines are fully capable of delivering on that promise. And we also know that we have something powerful and opportunistic in our hands as well to go out there and provide marketing around, and everyone wins in that scenario of economy. So let me explain how that looks, and then I'll take you guys even on a deeper journey after this. So the first thing that everyone does is they become a customer, and it's a good place to be. You're making Bitcoins with us, you buy your booster, and you start to make your Bitcoins passively. So the passive income is the most attractive angle of what we have here, speaking like it like a sales manager, right? So the passive income factor is easy money, lazy money, lots of words with it, but basically people like it. You know, they like not doing anything and making money. It's obvious. The second thing that we have here is a direct sales income. So it's based on the number of boosters that are being bought from your link, and that's coming to you in USDT. And then the third income stream is the team building out a community, building out a team, and having the volume of team and boosters in your community. And there's also a split of commission coming from all the boosters that are running in your team. So it gets very lucrative, and it gets into 8-figure earnings in the millions of dollars. And I'll show you guys a spreadsheet of what this looks like. It's very simple to explain to people. It's uni-level. It's very simple to execute on. And it's also challenging to get up the ranks and, you know, match those levels and make that economy and those commissions for everyone involved. So once you become a customer, you tell everybody about it, you start to make some referral income, and you start to make some ranking income off all the machines you've sold. Then you move up to 1 star, and you've got 10 boosters in your team community, and you're making 10% of all those machines now. So that gets good. And you're making $100 for every booster that's bought on your link. Then you move up to the 2-star level. You've got a jump now to 80 boosters in your community, and you're making 15% of those 80 machines as income, and you're making 125 for each booster that is being bought from your link. Then you move up to 3-star, but you must have two stars pushing you up now. So you've got to do this properly from the get-go. You need 2 partners minimum with you building the business here. And then you'll move up the ranks to get to the bigger networker side of things. Here you're going to have 250 boosters in your team network, and you're going to be making 20% of those 250 machines income, and you're making 150 for every booster that's bought on your link. Then at the 4-star level, you're going to have 800 boosters. That's a big jump. And now you're making 25% of all those machines, and you're making 175 for each booster that's being bought on your link. Then you move up to 5-star level, and now we jump up to 2,500 boosters in your team community. You're making 28% of all those machines income, and you're making $200 on every booster that's bought on your link in USDT. And then at the 6-star level, you're now having 8,000 boosters in your team community, which is really big, and you're making 30% of those machines income and 22.5, so that's $225 for every booster that's being bought on your link. And I've done a spreadsheet and I've shown this extrapolated out, and I'll take you guys there in a minute. But the bottom line is this marketing plan is simple again, easy to explain, easy to understand, easy to execute. All you got to do is plug in, get your link rolling, get minimum 2 partners going, and you can build a multi-million-dollar marketing business with us. So that's you in the number 3-star spot there. You need a minimum of 2 partners. Okay, it's not a binary, it's not a strong leg, weak leg, none of that. It's a uni level, and you just plug people directly into your link, right? Just one link and get your partners plugged into that, and then get their partners plugged into them, and then their partners plugged into them. And it's all about 2 by 2 by 2. So as long as you get 2 partners working with you, you're off to the races, and you can build out a really big business together, all of you, and everyone will grow organically, and everyone will push up correctly, and you guys will have a great outcome in your business model here in the affiliate network marketing with us. But that's the bottom line. And if you don't want to go to 3-star and you're not even interested, that's fine. You can stay at 2-star and make income all day long and move up the ranks. But if you want to push it from the small networker to the big networker, then you've got to really focus on having those 2 partners. You can start however you want, and you can get those 2 partners obviously over time. And there's no rush here. You can grow your business gradually over time along with everything and everyone else. The income is awesome. I would say that the Bitcoins coming in are the best part. It's obviously amazing with the passive income coming in off the machines. And the USDT income for all the boosters bought in your account can add up really big. One of the guys in the company has made almost $500,000 in USDT dollars already, $500,000 from the sales of the boosters off his link. So he's a pretty happy guy. And there's a lot of people out there that are just getting started and can beat that guy. So like he started early, but there's already people coming with bigger and faster results. And so we've got 3 streams of income in Bitcoin. You've got your passive income, you've got your team income from the machines in your team, and you've also got a same rank income, which will happen if you match someone else in your team at the same level. Then the 4th income stream is the USDT, and that's firing in all the time from all the buys of your boosters, and we see that coming into our wallets every day. And then the BTH income, the last one will be number 5. That will commence when we get to a number of boosters out there in the market, to all the lovely people and owners. And once we have 500,000 owners out there, or 500,000 units, 500K, then we can switch to a dual mining situation with our mining farm partner, and we can have another income, a 5th income for everybody coming in. And that BTH can be swapped easily back to USDT and withdrawn or spent or whatever you guys want to do with it. So it's all up to you. The best part about what we have at Bitharvest is we've got a new MasterCard now in the pipeline, so we can put the USDT earnings onto there. So let's have a look at that for a second. Let me pull that up for you guys. And you guys can see what the details on that are. Okay. Where is that? I think it's here. There we go.
Simple. Secure. Accessible. The MasterCard debit card that turns your crypto to everyday purchases. Easy to set up. Fund your card with ease. Buy coffee with crypto. Sign up for gym membership with crypto. Buy air tickets with crypto. spend in over 200 countries around the globe. The Bitharvest card, your #1 crypto card.
There you go. So Bitharvest has thought of everything, and they're making it easy for us to advance and have a real life with crypto and Bitcoin and the opportunity from the company and the whole network marketing aspect of things. So we can really excel and grow as individuals and have our own second highway of economy. The company also has a bonus structure. I'll explain more of that in a minute. And you also have wallets that are yours in the system. So you have to think of Bitharvest company as a Bitcoin financial management company. And then you have an account there, and we all have an account there. And then we all have a product, our booster, and then we're all owners. So we're owners there that have accounts there of our product. And so with that comes money. So a lot of accounting going on here, a lot of organization, and we don't put everyone's, everything in a one basket and confuse everybody. Everything is allocated correctly because accounting happens every single 24 hours. And all our Bitcoin rewards and all our commissions and everything are put into our wallets every single day, timely in a batch run. And so we have cutoff points at midnight and noon New York City time, midnight Singapore. And so every day at noon New York City and every day at midnight Singapore time, it's a cutoff. All the sales that accumulated till then get paid the next day. All of the Bitcoins that got earned that day get spread out to all the booster owners, and all those things happen systematically every single day. And we're always happy to log in and see the results of all of that. So with the wallets, we've got them organized for efficiency. The company is brilliant, and they thought of networking in the design of these wallets because we can send funds to our network and help them get their boosters running, and they can, work with you back and forth. So if you're good at USDT and you know how to get it done, you can get that loaded up in your account. Then you can send that to Walter in 1 second for free, and then you can get Walter signed up and get his booster rolling. And so the USDT wallet is where you make your deposits of funds to buy your boosters. You can also transfer that to your team out there, and you can also withdraw from USDT wallet. The money's yours. There's no handcuffs here. The purchase wallet is used for the e-commerce part of buying the booster. It's an e-commerce portal, a purchase cart. You're going to go and you're going to buy your booster with that. The Bitcoin wallet, hey, that's the best wallet we got. That is where you're getting all your rewards every day. With that one, you can actually withdraw your Bitcoins as much as you want every day if you have enough. And you can also transfer and convert your Bitcoins into USDT, and you can buy more machines or also withdraw that as well. The commission wallet is really simple. All the commissions that you're making from all the sales and buys of the boosters from your link is going in there, and you're able to withdraw that every day too. So his minimum withdrawal only $10. So you can withdraw that and have cash flow. You can technically start this business on a Monday, and you can make your, monthly bills by Friday if you really want to hustle and make it your baby. So commission is there and it's paid every day. The register wallet is auto savings, so it's taking a portion of your commissions and just putting and allocating them there so that you don't spend all the funds out of your account, and that helps you upgrade and buy more boosters. You can also send those funds to your network, and they can also pay you back. So the money's not necessarily locked in there in any way, but it's just in a different capacity to help networkers grow up the ranks as well. So they've thought of everything here, and it's all working, and we've all been working it now for over 3 months, and it all makes sense. Maybe not on the first day, maybe by the end of the first week, you're like, I see what they did here. I get it, So give it a chance and don't be overwhelmed by any of it. Referral income is the income. And so we're all making referral income from referring each other. And that's, the scenario of network marketing. I think you guys understand that by now. And so let's get into the income together. That's the next phase. So let's go over to the spreadsheet here, and let's look at the incomes together. So the first income, as I said, is the passive income, and it just makes money on autopilot like a robot. And so if we're going to buy one booster for $1,000, right, we're going to make $200,000 in the next 5 years. So 200K on a $1,000 spend. You do the math, and that's 200 times the value. Not only does the one booster make 200K, it also pays itself off in approximately 4 months. If you look at the numbers from headquarters, we've had 4 months running of business so far. We opened in March, then there was April, then there was May, and then there was June, and we're obviously finishing July. We'll have some more numbers, but we didn't have any numbers because we just started in March. So if you add up March, 266, April 276, May 264, and June, what is that, 246. Rough numbers, it's about $1,000, and that pays off the booster in approximately the first 4 months. So right there, it's what they say, a no-brainer. So the machine pays itself off. And on top of it all, you are getting Bitcoins in this equation every single day that are growing and growing and growing with the inflationary marketplace. And so you are sitting in the best chair, the best vehicle, and the best mechanism, in our opinion, on planet Earth. Now, we know what one booster makes. What does 5 make? Well, 5 is the magic million. If you want to have $1 million in 5 years, you buy 5 boosters for 5K, and you let them work and do their magic and let it go all day, all night, 24/7, and you collect the funds like a boss at the end of it. If you want to jump up to where I'm at, you can look at 50 boosters, okay? 50 boosters, that's 10 million in the next 5 years. I have 50 almost now, I think 48 or 49. So I've just been doing this for 3 months since May 1st with you guys, right? And many people have way more than me, and many people are buying more than that. So there's all kinds of people enjoying this income producing asset already. Once they understand it and enjoy it, they know what they have in their hands and they're going for it. But again, I woke up May 15th and I didn't have anywhere near this many boosters, but I already felt solid. I already felt confident that we have something in place into the future and the long term to make wealth with Bitcoin. And that's been something I've wanted to do for many, many years now. So that really, really lit the light bulb on in my personal mind. And I was like, okay, this is something special. I'm going to make sure that everyone around the world learns about this for sure. The other guy on our team, Super Mario, he bought 100 boosters, and he does real estate now. He's an apartment buying machine. And he said, wow, I can make more money with 100 boosters than I can buying apartments. And the answer is yes, you can. So can I make more money with boosters than opening up 10 coffee shops? Yes, you can. Can I make more money with boosters than opening up 10 small businesses? Yes, you can. Can I make more money with boosters than buying 10 apartments? Yes, you can. And you can make way more than all those things I just said, and way more, less drama, less problems, and less things and variables included. So really, really simple to make that passive everyday income with the machines. And I'm a big fan of machines, and I maybe wasn't even as a big fan until I got here at Bitharvest and realized what the machines can do for everybody. So let me take you to that. So there's what you can make. There's what Mario's making. Okay, great for everybody else. Now let's look at what our community is going to make together. So when I hit 8,000 in the box here, that's a total from the 6-star level. And guaranteed we're going to be at 6-star with our lead account because we're already at 5-star. So 6-star is just next now. And so we're going to get to 8,000 boosters in our family. And that means we're making everybody $1.5 billion in the next 5 years. $1.5 billion for the team once we get to the 6-star level. And that is huge. Like, that is a massive amount of economy that we're putting in people's pockets in the form of Bitcoin. This gets me jumping out of bed and making the Zoom calls with you guys every day and getting to work on this stuff like that we're doing here. Like, this is what I was like, wow, the people are winning. We are going to make everybody happy here. This is the answer. And so there you have it. That's all of the passive earning numbers, and it's all big. But remember, as long as you know that one booster makes 200K in 5 years, that's all you need to know. And if you want to say it like this, 10 boosters makes about 2,500 a month, right? One booster makes around 250 a month, right? So 1, 250, 10, 2,500. And it seems like the people that have bought 10 have this like automatic wow factor, because now that's mortgage money, that's car payments, that's the household for the month, 2,500 US dollars. So they can see a lot of value and merit in what we're doing here. Now let's get away from the passive income earning and let's look at the marketing plan and the network earnings. Now, a lot of people have sold diet pills and protein powders and never made 300K, but you can be the 1-star, and Marcos did 1-star in 48 hours. So we know it's achievable. So we know it's really achievable. So you can make 300K just getting to 1-star. And that's more than a lot of networkers have made anywhere else. And then when we get to 2-star, we jump up to that 80 machines in the community. And now we're already at a $1.5 million earning at 2-star level, 1.5 million. And it just gets better from here. If we go to 3-star level, now we're at another jump in economy. We're at 250 boosters in our house. And now we've made 4,000 a month coming in every month. We've made over almost 7,000 in USDT in our pocket. And now we are making over 4 million in 5 years as a 3-star level. And of course, you're not going to stay there. If you're doing the marketing, you're going to grow forward. Your community is going to fill in organically. It's going to grow, grow, grow. So you're just going to obviously continue to move up the ranks like Marcos is. And he's going to be our 6-star probably first before anybody. And so you look at this and you get to 4-star. Now you put 20,000 USDT in your pocket. You're making 12,000 a month after month after month after month, and you're over 13 million in 5 years. Now there's a lot of networkers. There's millions of them around the world that tried certain companies and couldn't keep a reputation, couldn't stand on it, and couldn't make a go of it, and the company failed them. In this equation, the company is super solid, has everything to service you and support you, and so you really can make it. And the numbers don't lie. We've crunched these numbers now a few times, checked it all, and even the headquarters has approved this spreadsheet, and you'll see some of our new numbers from the spreadsheet in the new marketing plan 2.0 in a minute. So the companies listen to us and we're influencing them back because we're trying to show everyone the vision of where this business model and this marketing plan can take you. So there's a lot of high achieving earners out there in the networking industry that are doing shams and fake sauce, and they should be here with us making Bitcoins like a boss. So it's up to you guys to call them and show them and even give them the clips and the vids from every day and whatever we've got on YouTube, and show them this part of the presentation so they can wrap their minds around the potential here, and they'll stop doing the shams and come with us and turn their car around. So at the 5-star level, we're getting up there. We've put 60,000 USDT in our pocket, and we're making over 23,000 a month after month after month in the house. And that, what kind of household are you running with 23K coming in every month? You're making over 25 million in the 5-year mark, 25 million contract, pro sports league kind of money. And we're talking network marketing here with Bitcoin and our devices. So really, really lucrative, really, really capitalistic, and really, really powerful when we harness the power of Bitcoin, the mining industry, and our technology. If you look at the 6-star level, it's bananas. You get 200,000 in your pocket in USDT. You're making 50K a month, every month after month after month. What are you doing with a house with 50K? Like, what kind of cars have you got? What kind of school is your kids going to? And then you're making over 50 million in 5 years. You've found the holy grail. You've plugged into the right company, and guess what? That's why I'm here. This spreadsheet was everything for me to understand why I should work here, do this with you guys, build this out, grow this organically, put in the time, put in the effort, care about the customers, care about everybody, support everybody. This spreadsheet gave me all of the answers. Of course, the PDF is pretty. Of course, the company's amazing, but the spreadsheet did all the talking to my brain cells. And I was like, okay, Andy, this is exactly what we need to be doing right now. And he agreed with me. And then we took on and we started our campaign May 1st. In less than 3 months, we beat every record so far in the company. In fact, we've established the records as a team, and we are the #1 team in the company on results, quickness, fast mover, all that sort of stuff. And so let me say more. Because of that, we're going to have a fast start bonus system starting in September. The marketing plan is going to get even revamped, and there's more profit for everybody in the networking in the October changeover. And also next month, we've got a new promo that fits all levels of networkers, small networkers and big networkers. And the new promo is going to be bananas. Some of my leaders already know the hush hush on what we're having launch on August 1st. I've been able to share with some of them some of the perks of being my partners, obviously, that we have. And that's why I get all the intel from the headquarters so that we can, have the early word on the early bird. But that's why people want to work with people like us, because we're dialed right in. We're right on the money. We know everything that's going on every single day, and we know how to take advantage and also reward our people. So at the end of the day, everyone with us is no longer broke. Everyone with us will have a future of wealth. Everyone with us is going to make income no matter what. And really, the machines don't stop working, and the numbers really don't lie. So at the end of the day, we're all going to do real good here. And, we've got the spreadsheet and the numbers basically to prove it. So now you know all that good stuff. Now the rest of these slides is talking about all that in the spreadsheet, and I'll just, skip all past that. You guys don't have to waste any time on that right now. The other thing I learned in this business is there's a level of fitness, okay? And people want to be fit in some way, shape, or form. And so mental fitness, physical fitness, financial fitness, things like this. Well, BitHarvest and the BitBooster can help you with the financial fitness part. And that's a promise that we give you guys as profit sharing. And we're going to increase all the community's wealth. And that's our goal. And we're doing that together. And we've got a strategy and a product and a business, and it's already running. So you can come with us and feel secure and safe and solid like I do, and many of the people with us so far. For that mental fitness, however, I would like you guys to follow Michael Saylor here on the page. I'd like you guys to watch his videos on YouTube and listen to him. He came on the scene around 2020. He's done some really big things. He's probably one of the single holding men on the planet of the most amount of Bitcoins. He's got more than countries, right? And so he knows what he's talking about. And I know everything that he's talking about because I'm him, just in a smaller junior size. But I was doing what he's doing way back before he was. And I've been with Bitcoin since 2011. So I know a lot. And I know a lot about everything that we're doing and where it's going and what we're all doing here together. In fact, if you look at my kitchen table back in 2017, you can see I'm mining here for crypto. This is Zcash, and I built these machines myself. So I know about mining. I know about the ASIC miners. I know GPU miners. I know all the algorithms. I know it all. And so when I saw the BitBooster in the first 5 minutes, I want to say that I fell in love with it. I did. I'm like, you telling me this little guy is going to help me make Bitcoins every day mining? And they're like, yes. And they explained the technology. And I was like, wow, that machine on my kitchen table, I used to sell for $10,000 and I sold hundreds of them. And they're still running today. You change a wire, change a fan, and they never stop going, right? The BitBooster is all that in a little form, in a little box. And I'm just like, wow. And it's just like technology. Most of us were on a big office computer, and now we're doing everything on our phones. And so everything's shrunken down. Technology's gotten smarter, faster, more brilliant, and it all makes sense. And so, would I buy that machine for 10K today? No way. I would definitely buy 10 boosters for 10K and make way more. And then that takes me to this little spreadsheet. One of our guys did this, and you can see that the Antminer machine that the mining farms use costs $6,000 to buy it. And it produces about $375 in returns at the end of the day. When you buy a booster for $1,000, you're getting $320 in returns versus $375. So you're damn close, and you're spending a fraction of what that other machine is worth. And if you did the 6K and bought 6 boosters, well then, hey, you'd make 6 times that versus that money, and it's obviously right there a no-brainer. We're 6 timesing what an antiquated machine is making out there. So again, the power is in the product, the power is in the results, the power is in the performance, and the power is in the delivery of Bitcoins in your wallet every single day. Let me say this, everybody is happy here. Everybody is very, very happy here. So then that takes me to this slide here. And this slide here is all about the value. So, okay, does the booster outperform the market? Well, it kind of does. And let me explain. So if I have 1 Bitcoin in my pocket on January 1st and I roll all year long to the end of the year, and it's New Year's now, and it's now December 31st, I've still got 1 Bitcoin. And everybody respects that, even me, obviously. But if I do plan B and I buy 70 boosters with that 70K for that 1 Bitcoin, the very first year, I'm going to have 1.823 Bitcoins in my pocket now. 1.823, 82% more Bitcoin. And you already know, it doesn't matter the price of Bitcoin, it's the units. I've got 82% more wealth in my pocket after the first year. Buying the 70 boosters was the smartest decision of my life because now those machines are mine. I own them all. I even get an invoice with every single one of them that I can send to my accountant. And you guys can check it with your guys. And so now my 70 boosters is paid itself off in 4 months, approximately. They're running now in year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, year 7, year 8, year 9. How much am I making now in wealth of Bitcoin? That answer is way, way more. It's obvious. And so really, why mess with the antiquated thinking? Why mess with exchanges and buying and selling and trading when you can lose your shirt? Why even mess with apartment buying and Airbnb and all that noise? Take all that Ripple, take all that crypto sauce in your phones and wallets and get rid of it, get it into USDT and buy boosters and start making Bitcoins with us and collecting Bitcoins into the future, because that is going to make you wealthy. The rest of that stuff is not, and it's just a distraction and taking you away from your wealth goals, in my opinion. Now, with boosters, you can retire. With boosters, you can pay off your mortgage in your house and pay for your university for your kids. With boosters, you can buy vehicles. With, you know, my daughter says, Dad, I want to get a motorbike. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, why don't you get 10 boosters first? Make the money with the boosters and buy the motorbike second. And then you can buy 3 motorbikes. You can buy 6 motorbikes, because the boosters won't stop running, you see? So that income producing asset is always producing income. And so use the income and go buy the stuff, but buy the machines first that make the income. Oh man, it's so simple to see that. And that is a Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad guru playbook 101, is buy income producing assets, own the things, get the money they're making, and then go buy the stuff with the money you're making, the profits, right? The other thing about Bitcoin is you could have 100K of Bitcoin and you could skim 10K off your 100K pile, and then you could come back a month or 2 later and you're back up to 100K. You can't do that with cash. You go to your bank account with 100K, you take off 10K, you come back, it's 90K. It's still 90K 2 months from now, and it's still 90K next year, minus the fees, of course, that the banksters take, which is about 10% a month, as I hear. So really, even the cash is bullshit. So at the end of the day, you hold Bitcoin, you can skim off your Bitcoin, you can pay your bills, you can have an emergency medical procedure, and you can still, your Bitcoin is inflationary like a sponge, it's growing upward, and you can come back and see more Bitcoins than when you left and when you took your 10K off the top. So that's another revolutionary feeling that Bitcoin owners have felt. And I can't say that people holding cash or anything else have felt. You can't do that with real estate. I can't go get an apartment and take 10K off the top and cover something. I cannot. I can't go have a bunch of cars and take 10K off my car lot. You know, like there's just no money there. But if I had Bitcoin, I could take 10K and save the day. So there's lots of power in Bitcoin that in real life stuff that people need to understand, and you guys need to tell them, you know, what I'm teaching you here. It's really important to understand that Bitcoin is inflationary and it grows for you. So even having $1 of Bitcoin from the machine every day, I would still do this company right now, because I know that $1 a day coming in from every machine would grow up and inflationary up and be bigger and bigger and bigger into the future. And I would do this in a heartbeat. So the power is in the Bitcoin growth more than anything else. And that takes us to the master of all of this, the man himself, Logan Lee. This is a guy that is our CEO. He's the man that found Lenny, our CTO. Lenny worked on Ethereum. So we've got some of the brilliantest brains in the world on our product and device and engineering here. The product is made in Europe, originally designed in Europe, beta tested in Europe, in Poland. So if anyone on the call is Polish and you got friends from Poland, you know, jak się masz, you're welcome, because the bilingual right on the box, English and Polish. The devices are made in Taiwan, which is the highest manufacturing in the world. They make LG, they make, all the brands. They make it all, man. They make it, everybody, Sony, they make it all in Taiwan for everybody else. And so we've got high-tech electronics from Asia mixed with software and ingenuity and brilliance from Europe. And we've got a hit. So let's hear from the CEO for a minute of what he's got to say. Let me pull that up for you guys, and we'll hear from him on his opinion to everybody.
I strongly believe this marks the start of a revolution in the whole Bitcoin mining industry. BitBooster utilizes unique
Let me start that again for us. There we go.
Algorithm and cutting edge.
Did you know?
Greetings everyone. I'm excited to share that our BitBooster devices are selling real fast. Your support is greatly appreciated. I strongly believe this marks the start of a revolution in the whole Bitcoin mining industry. BitBooster utilizes unique algorithm and cutting-edge technology to greatly improve mining efficiency. It's not only the ideal choice for miners, but also a key step towards a more sustainable mining future. So hurry up and seize the opportunity to be a pioneer in this mining revolution. We will offer an unprecedented shared version of the BitBooster accelerator, enable you to lay out your Bitcoin accumulation. So join us to experience unparalleled mining efficiency and profit. Purchase your BitBooster today and be prepared for the next Bitcoin bull market.
And there you go, from our CEO to you. So Logan Lee, he's our guy. So it's all based on the SHA-256 mining algorithm, and that's the software that Bitcoin is built on and runs on, and that's on the blockchain. And everything is real. It's all on the blockchain, and we can track it back, and we can do all kinds of things to verify everything. And the world technically trusts the blockchain today now. And they also are talking about even voting on the blockchain from our phones someday, instead of going and filling out ballots with pencils and having all that corruption. Someday we will even bring democracy back. Let's pray for that with the blockchain. So we are blockchain centric. We're focused on the quality of the cryptocurrency industry. Now, the cryptocurrency space is different. That's where all the shams live and all that other crazy sauce. And we have zero, absolutely zero to do with that. We are in the crypto industry, and we are blockchain pioneers in the Bitcoin mining sector. And we've won an award for that as well. In Q1, we came out in March as a brand new company, and we got interviewed by Binance immediately for our eco-friendly initiative with our brainiac little device called the BitBooster. That is the brains of the operation, now creating savings in the millions and millions of dollars for the mining farm situation. In April, we went on to make sure that everyone found out that we had insurance on everything. That was with Alliance. And we also obtained our MSB license in order to get that MasterCard going for everybody in the fall here. In May, we went to the Crypto Expo in Dubai, our first one, and we won an award. We won the prestigious award recognized as the top crypto mining service provider. And I said that in my predictive style in the early launch of us at the beginning of May. I said, we're going to win some awards this year, and just talking optimistically because, I'm a bit of a visionary. And boom, within a couple of weeks, we won our first award. So we're doing something right. Let me say more. All the shams and all this other stuff everyone's selling on Facebook, don't go to blockchain expos, don't have a booth, do not speak there, and don't have the CEO there that you can go and kick the tires on the technology. And so that's realism, and it's not easy being real, but we are doing that every single expo. We're going to be in many more, and I'll show you guys that next. Again, we were interviewed by Binance, which nobody's been interviewed by Binance the first 3 months 3 times. And we have grown our members into 26 countries. And then in July, we kicked off our launch event for everybody involved. Now our journey will continue. We are going to go to WebEx in Japan. We are going to do some things in Korea, Vietnam, and Thailand. We are going to Token 2049, where I was hired as an influencer last year, and I spoke at the Token 2049 in Singapore. So that's again this year in September. In October, we're going to be at Blockchain Life in Dubai. In November, we're going to Europe and America. So you guys will see me there. I'll be coming to visit everybody. In December, we should have at least 100,000 members of our company then, all making Bitcoins happily. And then by March next year, it'll be our 1-year anniversary, and we will conduct a global convention for all the leaders, probably at the 2-star or 3-star level and above, and bring everybody together for that in next March. And there'll be thousands and thousands of people at that one. So we launched the company officially to the world, and we know that we have seen the results already in many people's businesses, that we've been taken off like a rocket. In the near future, we've got apps coming out for everybody and every platform. We've got the Apple, we've got Google Play, and the Huawei, and those are going to help everybody with their accounts. We've seen the MasterCard video. We know it's a great tool for everybody involved, and that's what we need. We need tools like this to be able to spend and have reality connected to our work. We'll have dApps in the near future. We're going to have BTH airdrops and other things that you guys can do social media wise to garner things. And we will also have a merch store where you can buy the booster demo unit, the actual USB, the one that the only man in the world that have in my hand here. And you can also get the shirts, hats, swag, and all kinds of other cool stuff with the BTH as a utility in the near future. After that, we'll be going to phase 4, which is now into 2026 area. And we'll be BitBooster upgrading everybody's booster to the new technology and the new software. And again, it's a USB stick, so it's very upgradable, which again is awesome, and no cost to anybody either, because the company curates all that loveliness for us. And then we're going to be moving into the phase 5, and that's now in 2027, 2028. We'll be building our own chain and our own network out there in the blockchain arena. And we'll be one of the leaders in the Web 3.0 platform, and that is the vision. And it will take time. It will take thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of members. It will take a lot of Bitcoins being generated by everyone and to build the economy and build up all the infrastructure. And all of the people that start with us now at the beginning will be the pioneers of this company moving into the future. And the company's plans are excellent. And so far, they've executed on their white paper and all of their promises like they're supposed to. And not that many companies out there have. And even the way they use their utility coin in the purchase of every booster, 10% of every booster is done with the utility. It creates value, it creates tokenomics, and it creates, an industry of others looking at us like, hey, those guys are doing it right. We thought of that before, but we couldn't quite execute it. But Bitharvest has been able to do that, and they've been able to do that flawlessly into the future. So that takes me to the bulk sale part of our Zoom call. This is finishing here at the end of this month. So July 31st, this is over, and we're starting a new promo for the August 1st. So this is going away. So you guys literally have one more day in order to take advantage of the 10 and get one at no cost, and buy 30 and get 4 at no cost. What does the one that you get at no cost look like? Well, that's $200,000 bonus. So that's how big that is. You buy 10 boosters now, and you technically get a $200,000 bonus of Bitcoin in the next 5 years. What does buy 30 look like? Well, 4 boosters equals $800,000 worth of Bitcoin in the next 5 years as a bonus. So if you like 800,000 of Bitcoin as a bonus in the next 5 years, then you need to buy 30 boosters before the end of tomorrow, because that promo is done. So we ran this from the event till the end of this month. It was like a 2-week window, and it's almost over, ladies and gentlemen, almost over right now. What has happened with this promo has been awesome. More and more people thinking bigger about everything. More and more people understanding the value. 10 boosters brings home over $2,500 a month into your pocket, and that's a sizable economy in your household, and that's respected. The one booster as a bonus is a $200K bonus over 5 years. Who doesn't want that? And when you buy 30, you get $800K in bonus over the next 5 years. So who doesn't love that? So the company's been super generous and super smart for being able to do this. And again, it all transcends from the launch event. They want to give everybody around the world 2 weeks time to go and upgrade themselves and take advantage of the bonuses that they put forth. So again, you've got 24 hours left at the midnight Singapore time, July 31st. This promo is over, and that is noon New York City time on July 31st. So you got to get your orders in before July 31st, noon New York City, or midnight Singapore, the same spot on the map. Okay, so there you go. Get it while it's going. And that's it for that document there. So I'm just going to stop the share now. So that's pretty much everything we have to share with you guys as far as results, as far as what we're doing as a company. I think everything here speaks for itself. I'm not in a position to convince anybody. I'm more in a position to coach everybody and give you guys the knowledge and the tools and education to be able to make decisions yourselves. I would tell you that our performance is up. We've made a lot of Bitcoins already. In fact, let me quickly share the screen and give you guys just some quick numbers you can jot down here. So when we started in March, we didn't make any Bitcoins yet, right? And it's all about making Bitcoins, and we have numbers, like we've got spreadsheets and all that stuff that you'd expect. So when we started in March, we had no customers and we had no Bitcoins being generated. By the first month, April 3rd, we were at 10 Bitcoins that we generated with the machines so far in the community. By May 22nd, we had generated 50 Bitcoins for all of us in the community. And by June 26th, prior to the event, we already had 100 Bitcoins that we had generated in the community. Now, back to that pie chart of the company plans, that 10, 60, and 30%. That means of the 100 Bitcoins, we, the community, got 30 Bitcoins out of that. 30 Bitcoins came to all of us. 60 Bitcoins went to the mining farm partner, and 10 Bitcoins went to the company. And you can see the math on that 100. It's easy to do the split of that. A lot of people say, well, if you're making this boost happen, then why do we need you? Well, here's the rate. We are making the boost happen, and the reason they need us is because the machines they're using are just muscle. They don't have any brains. Our machine is the brains of the operation, and so we've averaged a 194% increase since we opened. So since March till June, we've increased our mining farm partners' output by 194%, and that's been tracked. So when we say 100 to 300%, we're serious. And you can see the minimum was 117% and the maximum was 302%. So we say 100 to 300 in that range, and we averaged 194% in output. Now, we started the business March 7th to April 20th. That was right when Bitcoin had the halvening, and we had increased the efficiency at 138% at this point. After the halvening happened from April 21st to the end of June, so we could prepare this for the event, we had increased efficiency by 229%. It's a big jump. It's almost double. And so everything we're doing, more and more machines, more and more community, more and more Bitcoins, everything is growing like a grass fire. And this is really important to highlight, right? And as Bitcoin is coming with more returns, we're going to see 10x, 11x, 16x, 25x, 33x on our boosters. And that's something that, you know, you really have to understand. This is big extrapolation. This gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And one more thing is all of our withdrawals are verifiable on the blockchain. So they're all there. It's decentralized. You can't tamper with anything, and it's fully traceable. So again, back to all these highlights and all these real stats and all this real information, it's a no-brainer to be involved with us at Bitharvest. It's absolutely smart to take on the BitBooster as your income-producing asset machine, and it's absolutely beneficial to your wealth and your future wealth by engaging with us and being part of our company. And again, you can make Bitcoins with the machines, you can also make Bitcoin with your team, and you can also make USDT with the sales of boosters from your links. So we've got a great economy here. We've got capitalism in effect. We've got an opportunity of a lifetime, and everybody that got involved so far since May 1st has been amazing. They're so happy. We've got thousands and thousands of people spreading the word around the world, and it's just growing and growing every single day. We log into our back office every day. Everyone sees increases, more numbers, more and more. And I would like to use the word organically growing. We are organically growing already really quickly. And it's just, you know, so early. Like, man, I'm just rounding out my 3 month of my 6 month, Zoom commitment, right? I've got 6 months of Zooms to do for the commitment, and I've just finished half of it right now. Like, we're ending the month of July, and it feels like yesterday when we started. Like, I'm not even tired of this at all. Like, I'm still so jacked up about the results and the boosters. Like, I don't even know what we're going to see in 6 months. I can't even tell you, but I'm going to do a rewind, and I'm going to come back, and we're going to look at the beginning videos together and see where we started and where we ended up 6 months later. And then it's a year later, and then it's 2 years later, and 3 years later, and 4 years. So it's definitely long term. Bitcoin is mining for another 120 years. Bitcoin itself is forever. It's a legacy asset. It's the asset of the world right now. Don't believe me? Google it, study it. It's all there for you. And so at the end of the day, hey, get involved now. Take the link, get your boosters rolling, and get out there and let's make some Bitcoins together. You have all the answers. You have the product. You have the solution. You have everything you need to be successful here with us. And that is the best part. So now you guys know Bitharvest and the BitBooster for the win. All right. There you go, Walter. Anything you want me to highlight? Anyone want to ask a question before we jump in the back office here?
Yeah, there is something I'd like to highlight, but I'll ask this question first. We don't have an ETA for the credit card, do we?
Fall season, fall quarter.
This year, fall quarter?
Yeah, quarter 4.
Awesome. That's great. Another guy was asking how they get the box and the shirt, and I said just text you on Telegram. So that's that.
Yeah. And like I said before, we'll have a merch store open up pretty soon, and you'll be able to buy all that stuff with BTH and ship it right to your house with the courier, or the mail or whatever. So you guys will be able to get that. And we're making that available to leaders all around the world. We want to. We know you guys need that stuff to be professional. Vinny went to the local wherever in his town, and he got a Bitharvest hat made better than mine. Like, it's got embroidery. It looks like so nice, so nice. He just made it himself. I think he spent $20 and made his own Bitharvest hat. And the logos are available in the Telegram. You guys can download them. give it to the people, and they could make shirts for you and hats for you, even locally, and maybe cheaper, even maybe better, or whatever shirt you want. You can go buy a Nike golf shirt and then put the BitHarvest logo on the chest on the other side. You know, I've seen guys already do that at the launch event. This one team came all in Nike golf shirts from Korea, and they all had high-end shirts, and they all put the BitHarvest logo and their team name on the back, like sports. So they were all jacked up for that.
So I'll answer one question, that what makes Bitcoin its own asset class? Why is that so important? You mind if I answer that?
Go ahead. Let's hear your answer.
Well, let's start off with gold, for example. Why is gold valuable? It's non-destructible, it's divisible, it's not controlled by anyone, and it's got a finite amount of it. What makes the Bitcoin better than gold? You can transfer it to anybody, anywhere, instantaneously. So it's got all the characteristics of gold, but it's better. But why is it its own asset class? And what makes it best asset class is because, for example, gold, 100 years ago, you could buy a house with 10 bricks of gold. Today, you can buy a house with 10 bricks of gold. And so what does that mean? Is inflation is 3.5% a year. So if your bank account isn't making 3.5% a year, its value is going down because of inflation. And that means you have to have something that is combating against, is growing better than inflation. And that's what Bitcoin is doing. There isn't anything else that meets the same asset class, is even close to the same type of asset class that Bitcoin is. That's why you need Bitcoin.
Attaboy. And I want to correct you on one thing, okay, about the gold part. Listen to this. So gold is attainable, and there is more gold in the earth. It just takes money to dig it out, right? And there's more money because they print it. So that means there's going to be an endless amount of gold over time. So the value will never ever increase because there's more, and there's not a finite amount. There's more gold, and they're going to print more money, and they're going to buy more machines to dig it out of the ground, and gold will never go up. Now, Bitcoin is only 21 million units. So again, 21 million bars of digital gold. Once the 21 million is done being mined out of the situation, it's done being mined, and that's another 120 years. So in 120 years, all the Bitcoins will be mined out of the situation. There's no more to mine. However, the Bitcoins will be in circulation in the people's hands, and the value of Bitcoin will be rising up incrementally over time, 100% guaranteed, because of that nature of the factor. There is a limited supply, and the more and more we move into the future, closer and closer to that 120-year mark out, it's going to get more and more valuable. I don't know how much it'll be in 120 years, but it will be massive. It will be absolutely massive. How do we know? We listen to the analysts. We see the banksters coming in. We see the ETFs being bought. We see all the accolades happening now in 2024. We see Mr. Trump, engaging with this and taking it by the horns for America, and all this other stuff we see in this year alone, especially this year right now. And so we know we're technically now at the launch of the digital gold rush today, this year now, and this is the best time, in my opinion, for anybody sitting on the fence to get engaged with Bitcoin and start collecting it as much and as quick and as many as you can over the coming years. Like it's very obvious to me. And there will be changes. The regulators will get their hands in the pile, and all kinds of nonsense is going to happen over the next 5, 10, 20 years. Who knows what? And, we'll just have to be around to see what that is. But at the end of the day, Bitcoin is a non-controllable asset. Again, the gold is sold by the banksters. They control the numbers. They control the commodity. It's a commodity. Bitcoin is not controlled by the banksters, not in the monetary system, not plugged into their numbers and control. And so again, it's the people's money. It's independent. It's way more valuable than anything that they thought could be. And so there's a lot more depth to the Bitcoin than the dollar or the gold bar, right? The other thing that scares people, and I know this and I can talk about it, we're done the live stream, is the fact that it's digital. And so, Walter, why don't you lend on that confidence of the digital aspect? Is the internet gonna shut off? Is Bitcoin gonna turn off, in your opinion? Talk about that. That's more important, right?
Well,
what do
yeah.
you think about that?
Why you go, it's digital. Can you just not make a copy of it? No, you can't make a copy of it. because every computer on the network has to agree that that the source of it is correct. And so you could try and put a copy in, but because all of the other computers on the same network disagree, it will reject it. Okay. And so you can't make a copy of it. It has to be mined. Next is, will the internet go down? Will it get lost? Well, I don't agree with that it will, because you always have a computer somewhere that will connect. You might have some computers that might go offline at some point in time, but we'll always have many computers on. Okay, there's one exception to that. Yeah, if the world blows up and all the electronics go off, well, we're all dead anyway, so what does it matter?
So the reality of it is no, right? Bitcoin is forever, and the internet's not stopping, and technology's not stopping. It's the biggest industry of our lives. So at the end of the day, we're good here. We're safe here, and everything is amazing here, right? So it's that time when we'll see all the things coming for us. But really, Bitcoin is here forever, and that's the best part. And I just want to emphasize this too, is that everyone that's not taking advantage of the BitBooster or something else to collect Bitcoins is very silly right now, because they're leaving all these Bitcoins on the table in the near future. And this is the best time in the history to be collecting them, right? This is the best time in history to get these Bitcoins in everyone's pockets. So this is monumental moments right now. You don't want to be missing the boat on this stuff. And the other thing is that we have this opportunity that is real. Like, this is the other, like, wow, this is so, amazing that we have this opportunity. We're really plugged into mining here, and we've made it simple, and we're getting the virgin Bitcoins from the commissions every single day on those transactions. And that positioning, that opportunity, that open window, that didn't exist last year. That didn't exist in the last 10 years. This is just brand new right now. And so we're in a brand new car, in a brand new scenario, rolling forward with all this velocity that Bitcoin has with it. So it's powerful. Like, it's very powerful stuff, and people need to see that and understand the power of all of that too. It's big time.
Here's another example of power. For example, let's say, when I have all my machines running and I'm making 3 Bitcoins a day, let's use that as an example, because at some point in time we'll have enough machines that will be. So I'm receiving 3 Bitcoins a day, but my costs on expenses is only 1 Bitcoin. So I spend 1 Bitcoin and receive 3. My net is 2 Bitcoins. You know what I mean? And so
yes,
that's why this is a no-brainer, because my net is still 2 Bitcoins, even though I'm spending 1.
nice. I love that math. I do. I love that math. The math here is something that people need to wrap their heads around a little bit too. I don't think they quite know that yet. They don't really know what
Power
the
of
math.
compounding.
Yeah, they don't really see the value in that yet. So, have you logged in yet on your back office? Are the numbers in for today? I see the Bitcoins are here. I don't see any of the commissions yet. They're still loading here.
Yeah, I received my tomorrow Bitcoins already.
Nice. I bought 3.5 boosters today myself, 3.5. So I added those to my pile and got them in for tonight. So they're rolling now. So I got 3.5. So yeah, everything is spooling up. Let's jump into the back office for everybody that's with us and show them the actually real quick. Let me do this. Lock this right now. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we're in the back office and we're on the booster page. And so you guys can see that now. I've got 22.5 active devices here in this account, and I'm running 70 terahash in the middle for each booster, and that's what they produce in energy, and that's how we make the transactions happen with electrical energy, and this is complex stuff, and the Asian guys love to get super statistical and all that nitty gritty, but we don't need to worry about that. We know 70 terahash is producing this result of Bitcoin every day, and we know that our machines at 22.5 machines running is producing 1575 in terahash. Now that equals the Bitcoins that I'm getting. We can see that today those machines generated $128 US worth of Bitcoin, decimal 0019. And so that's enough to withdraw today. I could take that out if I wanted to. We can see yesterday's total rewards. We can see that I have 22.5 boosters running. We can see that I bought one and then another half, today. On the 30th, we can see that I bought another one there, another one, another half, and you can tell the half by the brackets after your serial number. You've got 5 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 5 out of 10. So I'm typically buying 1.5, half of one, or one every other day along the way. And the invoices are here in the green box that says file. So you can click on the invoice and it will come up and you can download them. You have to download them if you're going to send them in for your accountant. And I don't talk about it much in the presentation, but this is a full tax write-off for me. So you guys figure it out for you. Talk to your guys. But you can write off all the purchases of your income producing assets here. Like, think about how cool that is. If I buy apartments, I can write them off. If I buy cars for my company, I can write them off. So everyone knows about this. So you talk to your tax people. This is a hardware device with software, and this is an income producing asset, and it is write-offable, and you can get your tax credit. So I'm looking at getting back 50K this year in tax credits. That's a lot of money, US dollars worth. Each invoice comes with a serial number, and that's your device. It comes with the price you paid, $1,000, and that's important to highlight, and that's your device. It's got a service agreement, and it's got all of the things associated with the warranty, and the warranty period for the BitBooster covers you for 5 years. If anything glitches, it's replaced within 24 hours, and you're making money. Now, let me say this. The USB device is going to run for years and years. It has no fans. It has no wires. It's solid state. It runs on 5-volt system. And so this guy, you guys have all had USBs in your computers before. This thing is designed to last forever. It's a chips in there. And there's no moving parts. So again, we're having a long-term value and a long-term usage of this asset. So again, that's an amazing feature of it all. So now you know, once you deposit income, USDT to buy a booster, you're going to get an email. When you do that, once you sign up, you'll get an email. Once you buy a booster and get your booster purchased, you'll also get an email thanking you, and it's going to turn on in the next 24 hours. But the invoice does not get emailed to you. So you need to download that from there and get your invoice, okay? When you got your deposit done, you're going to come here and buy a booster. And so you can go here and you can click buy a booster. You can buy a full one or a shared amount. Okay, you can also hit that button and see what it does. Just press it. And so we can buy a shared or a full booster here, and then we can pay out of different wallets here. And then you can also pay your BTH from your USDT wallet. And we've made this really simple. So all you got to do is deposit your funds. You're going to convert your funds, $900 to your purchase wallet. You're going to leave that $100 behind in your USDT wallet. You're going to click this button as well, and then you're going to hit purchase now. And you're all done. It literally takes a minute to buy a booster of any type, size, or amount. A minute. Because once you deposit crypto in your back office, it shows up there in a couple minutes, and then you're ready to buy your booster like a boss. The deposit button is right on the main page, and you can deposit USDT in all 3 of the world's most popular. So Binance, Ethereum, and Tron are all there for deposits for you guys. So super, super simple. Okay, on the main page, you can see that we've won our award. You can see that our promo is there. You can see that we're going to be at WebEx in Japan. So all that stuff's there. You can also buy a booster off the main page. You can see your sales totals and team results. You can see your mining rewards. You can see how much you made today. You can see your networking incomes. You can see your networking incomes from yesterday. You can see your sponsored incomes, your ranking incomes, and your total incomes all there on your main page. And it all shows up nice. You can click on wallets, and in your wallets, you're going to have your BTH, you're going to have your USDT, you're going to have your purchase wallet to buy the boosters, you're going to have your Bitcoin wallet where you get your rewards, you're going to have your commission where you get your commission, and you're going to have your register where you're going to have your bonus values to buy more boosters. So in BTH, you guys understand that that is our utility token, and we're using 10% of the purchase of the booster to build the economy around the BTH utility coin. And that will build over time with tokenomics, and that's the smart way to build it. And many companies thought of it, but couldn't do it. The USDT wallet, you're going to deposit here, and you're going to convert 90% into your purchase wallet. So you would convert $900, hit that button, type in your password, and get that done. You can also transfer USDT to Walter or anybody else in your team and help them get the money and the funds in their back office to buy a booster. So you can be very, very good at sponsorship and leadership. The purchase wallet is only used to buy the booster, but you can also transfer that money, again, into your network, and they can pay you back, and you can be creative. The commission wallet is where you receive all your commissions, and you can see your incomes coming in. I had 461, 85, 1,061, 74, 70, 631, 203, 66, 75, 51, and pages of commissions coming in. You can see here the register wallet, same idea, all kinds of commissions coming in here, 280, 197, 90, 36, 77, 454. And all of that funds in the commission wallet and the register wallet. I have used them. You see they're almost empty because I bought more boosters with them. And that's what I do. I constantly use my commission and my register wallet to buy more boosters. And the system's self-propelling. I put $1,000 in this account when I started. In 3 days, I was able to withdraw that $1,000 back into my pocket in seed capital. And since the very 3 days, I have been making all of my booster purchases in this economy, all with earned money from the system. So the system is self-propagating, self-propelling, and nobody realizes that until you engage with it and get to work. And so the system will buy all the boosters you need to get to 6-star. You just have to do the work and, you know, use your commissions and things like that to accumulate and build your wealth. Now, don't think of you having to buy boosters as obviously a penalty. It's opportunity. Having more boosters allows you to make more Bitcoin. And again, if you get to 6-star level and you have 50 boosters and they were all paid for with earned money, at the end of the day, you're making the Bitcoin off those 50 boosters, which is huge. 10 boosters is 2,500. What's 2,500 times 5? That is 22,000, over 22,000 a month coming in off those 50 boosters. So again, it's so worth it, and it's awesome that it's self-propelling and self-paying itself in the long run. Then we get into the Bitcoin wallet, and you can see we make the earnings here. You can also withdraw your Bitcoins, and I would do that, and many people are doing that. However, you can also swap your Bitcoins into USDT and buy more boosters, and I've done that, and other people are doing that too. And so you want to buy more machines because it's a compounding effect here, and you want to get more Bitcoins in the long run. That's what we're doing here. We're collecting Bitcoins. However, some people also want to withdraw 50-50, like Marcos. He takes 50% in Bitcoin and 50% in USDT, and he hedges the two against themselves in his portfolio, and that's how he rolls. So there's lots of flexibility and strategies here to win. Let's look at the earnings from today. You get 3 earnings every day. You get the mining reward. You also get the same rank income, and you also get a ranking income from the team. It looks like the ranking income hasn't shown up yet. So we're still waiting. More numbers are coming through from today that I noticed as well. But we can look at the mining reward for today, and I already made 127 for today. I made 230 in the same rank income, so I'm already at 130 for the day. And yesterday in ranking income, I made 182. So we can just add those two together and see what we've got. So we've got, what did I say, 130, and then we made 182. So daily average, we're looking at over $300 a day in Bitcoin, and then you times that by 31 days for an average of a month, and we're almost $10,000 a month in Bitcoins coming in this account every month. 10K, 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 and it will grow from there because I'm going to buy more boosters, right? I'm going to have 50 in this account eventually. I have, you know, half of that almost right now. And so again, I've got another half of those boosters I need to get to, and I will accumulate those over time and over the coming months. In the first 3 months, I was able to purchase half of the boosters I need to be a 6-star. Now I've got another 3 months to achieve the 6-star level and have the rest of the boosters that I need. And again, the income will pay for all of that. And I will just chip away and buy a booster and a booster and a half today and things like that you see me do. And it will just keep growing. And now you all seen the spreadsheet. So why am I here? Well, the same reason you're here. We're making Bitcoins together. And again, we're making Bitcoins from teamwork. We're making Bitcoins from machine work. And we're making Bitcoins from the same rank. So it's huge, huge potential of overall economy. And if I'm making 10K a month now, what will I make in 6 months from now or 3 months from now? It'll be larger. And what's the 10K worth next year in Bitcoin? More. And what's Bitcoin at 10K the year after? Even more. So whatever I'm making in Bitcoin is going up. And those are things I can't even show you on the calculator because it all has to happen still. But the point is, we're holding the assets. We've accumulated them. We've collected them. They're ours. They're fresh virgin Bitcoins. They're in our pockets. And wherever Bitcoin goes on its journey upward, we are going to capitalize and be able to bring that wealth for us. And that's why no one will be broke. No one will be poor working with us and working with Bitharvest and the BitBooster collecting Bitcoins from the mining industry. Everybody will be wealthy here and everybody will win. And that's what we have here. We've built an economy, we've built a mechanism, we've built a system where everybody will win. All they got to do is engage, get their boosters and start making Bitcoins. And they can also build teams and build, the networking and make Bitcoins. So it's very lucrative. The opportunity is amazing. And again, it has to do its work. Accounting takes time. The Bitcoin mining takes time. Nothing is instant. And it all starts at zero too. It literally does. And so we've got to start at zero and we've got to grow up from there. The new menu is amazing. You can see the home button, the wallet, the BTH, the booster, the buy booster, the about us, the referral link, the referral tree, announcements, events, referral, customer support ticket, your account where you can add your wallets and all that sort of stuff. So go click on everything and learn about it. The referral system is really cool. It tells you how many people have bought everything and done everything in your team, and you can go through all the numbers and see all that stuff too. So lots of cool stuff has been added to the back office for everybody in the new rendition, and there's more updates coming. It's actually going to get better. I've been working on it with head office when I was there for 12 hours, 12-hour meeting, and we went through the entire website, and lots of little tweaks and betterment is on the way for everybody involved. So again, thank me later. You guys will see the results here as we get moving into the months ahead. Looks like more refreshing and updates is happening here. So let's just give it time for all of those funds to get in there. I just want to see if that came in yet. No, the ranking income is still not in yet. So again, they're tabulating right now. It is that zone of time. So it takes in that 2 to 3 hour window after midnight or after New York City time to get all the numbers in everyone's accounts to tabulate. You got to remember, we have thousands and thousands of accounts and obviously thousands and thousands of dollars of commissions and Bitcoins that has to be all allocated correctly into everybody's account. And so that's happening now, and it's all flying in as we speak. So at the end of the day, the bottom line is that the machines make us Bitcoins, and all you need to do is understand that. And if you want to collect Bitcoins and have a future with Bitcoin, then Bitharvest or BitBooster is the simple answer. And from here, I think everyone can understand the value in this. I hope we've done a good job, communicating that to everybody on today's call. And we wish you all the best and support moving with us into the future in this mechanism and this opportunity. So there you go. If there's any other questions, you guys can put up your hands. If not, that's cool too. If you guys want to throw some questions in the chat, whatever you're comfortable with, let us know. And if not, we'll let Walter finish off here and we'll call it a day.
I actually have received my ranking incomes. So
Okay.
yeah, so it's kind of cool. But I mean, my ranking income is a lot less than yours, so
That's okay. I saw that little login thing because I know numbers are still tabulating. I'll try it again and just log in, but it's probably there anyway.
yeah, 100% faith. I know it'll arrive.
Oh, I never worry about it either. We've been in so many companies, and we did worry about things like that, and I don't worry about that at all. Nothing, no worries there. And it also it depends on what users we are and what allocation it is. So I've seen this already before where it's coming and then it's still on the way kind of thing. So it's all good. Everything's good. Just let it do its thing. I get messages every day from people saying, I look forward to logging in and I look forward to checking, my balance, and I look forward to my Bitcoin results so much now. And this kind of thing, it changed my life. And it's my new look forward moment of every day. So it's putting hope in people's hearts. It's putting a quality in their mindset. It's giving everyone an answer of wealth in the future. So, it's powerful stuff. Just get started and get it rolling and see the results yourself. Feel the feelings.
One lady posted a statement, not a question, and she says, "My team will never be broke again." This is so true. This is so true. It's awesome. Chet, what do you have to say?
It's true. No one will be broke if they do this with us. Nobody.
Yakshamash.
Yakshamash.
Anyway, I do have a question for you, Jan. I'm talking to a what I call a whale in England, and I communicated to him that I have a platform that I would like him to consider, and I did mention to him that it's a Bitcoin device, okay, and
Yep.
and I asked him, what is your position on Bitcoin? And he gave me some sort of arbitrary answer I didn't understand. So I went ahead today and sent him the white paper, you know, the peer-to-peer Bitcoin electronic cash system white paper, hoping that he'll listen to it. My question is this: Bitcoin, in my opinion, is a commodity, correct?
It can be looked at like that. Absolutely. It can
Now,
be.
commodities typically have substance behind them. In other words, gold is a commodity, it's got substance. What would you consider Bitcoin as a commodity? Is it a commodity of technology, or what other word should I use?
Well, the best way to sum it up is it's the internet economy. Like it's the leading financial driving mechanism of the internet. So the internet is the value. So let's just imagine, what are all the internet accounts worth in the world? What do you think that's worth? How much is the world paying every month to all the phone companies and cell phone companies in money every single month to have the internet? How much do you think that is?
I know that Michael Saylor did that work. I have to look up his video. He did that work. I can't
Yeah.
remember.
And so that's the money. That's the foundation of Bitcoin. So you do the math on that. It's gigantic. And so the value is in the internet. The internet is the foundation of that economy. And what is the value of all of that? It's ginormous, right? It's ginormous. And that's the backbone of what holds up Bitcoin. So there you go. So the dollar is supposed to be backed by gold. Okay, that's the scam. That's what they tell us. Now, however, they print as many dollar bills like toilet paper that they want. So, you know, let it roll. Let it roll. But with Bitcoin, they can't print anymore. There's only 21 million. And the internet economy is the foundation of it, like the bricks of gold are supposed to be against the dollar. So do you think there's more economy in the internet than there is in the gold so far? Because they've already done the numbers, and the answer is yes. It's yes. The internet is way richer and way more wealthy than gold any day of the week. And so again, you couple the internet, match that up to the Bitcoin economy, and you have that answer. It's a no-brainer. And again, if they don't want to believe in the internet, however, and they want to be like full-on skeptic, well, then you can't help them. If they don't understand the stats, the numbers, and the sheer velocity of the internet economy, then what can we say to them, right? What can we tell them?
He gave me a deflection answer, which I didn't really understand. He said, I have more faith in NFTs than I have in crypto, Bitcoin. So can you explain that to me?
Yeah, well, that's flat out craziness. So NFTs are based on Ethereum coin, and NFT is like a art piece that so far has been in the art area, but other things will come of it. But so far it's been in that range, and all the monkeys out there that bought the monkeys, the apes, and all these other NFTs have all lost money like crazy. And Andy was telling us that in many calls. So that wasn't quite what they thought it was. So that already tells me that your friend's mindset is in the wrong department in the crypto space. You need to get him out of the car, slap that beer out of his hand, and get him in the crypto industry, in the blockchain business where we live, and then help him understand the value and the sheer, difference in that right there. Because the NFTs are, just a bunch of hogwash as far as anyone's concerned so far. Now, that doesn't mean people haven't made money. It doesn't mean that this and that and it got in the media. Of course it has, because anything new does. But really, NFTs have not proven their value in economy yet. They're tools. Like I've got a crypto powered watch that makes crypto from my heartbeat. So I'm mining for crypto with my heartbeat on my watch. And I had to buy an NFT module to kick that on. And so that NFT cost me $100. And now I know I own it. And it's again on that Ethereum address of the blockchain. And so I've got this NFT connected to my watch, connected to my heartbeat, connected to mining, connected to receiving crypto rewards, and it's all there. So that NFT and that purpose and utility, hey, it makes sense. That's how I bought it, and that's how I'm controlling it, and that's how my data is connecting to my wallet, right? Because the NFT stores in your wallet just like the crypto money does, right? So it's just like that. And so there's some connectivity there. It's still difficult for the new people to understand, but it's there, right? So there's just things that will come of it, and it will get better. But there's all kinds of shams going on around NFTs and nodes and master nodes and all this other stuff out there, and it's not needed. Like master nodes actually don't cost any money to produce. And I know some people in these shams are selling them for thousands of dollars out there. Don't get fooled, right? So a lot of people are fooled. They don't understand. They don't really know the values. They're living in the news. They're living in the fake sauce, the fake hype, their own small opinion of what's going on, and they need education. Back to that, Chet. Back to why you come in every day to the office. You get educated. So they need education.
I really appreciate being taught by you. That is exactly where I get my education from. That's correct, Jan. You're correct.
And not just me. Like you're getting education now from Michael Saylor. He's your mentor, like mine. And you know, we're putting all of us in that student chair, and we're all learning together of what the quality is and what matters and stuff like that. And I lost my way. You know my story. I lost my way along the way, and I've come back to, you know, to realization and stuff like that too, and what matters, and the people matter most, right? People first, money second. So it's all there, but other people haven't yet. You know, they're on their own journey over there, doing whatever they think is whatever. So
on that note, Jan, on that note, the people that I lost being involved with other platforms that you and I were involved, I do comment on the fact that my friend Jan is on a redemption tour, and I would like you to join it with me. So that's basically what I'm using as a sort of a slogan point to get on board on this platform.
Nice work and nice words, because that's what we're doing. We're putting Bitcoin in everyone's pockets, and like I said already, nobody's going to be broke. You already know that. You already know you wanted passive income, you wanted more income in your household, and you see the value in what we're doing. So you've got to, you know, the one thing I was trying to teach everybody so many times now is talk to your friends about their wants and their needs. Talk there first. Find out what your guy there is doing to grow his money. That's how I start all my conversations. All of them. I talk about, how are you growing your wealth right now? Tell me what you're doing. Well, I run the bar and I'm making cash flow. Okay, I get it. You're buying alcohol, you're selling it retail, but what are you doing with your profits? Like, how are you growing your money? Oh, I don't need to. I'm running my bar. I'm making money here. No, you're wrong. You're wrong right now. You're running your bar. Your bar costs a lot of money. You're making sales. You have monthly sales. We understand the business model. If you're not taking your profits and putting them into a mechanism of wealth that grows up, you're broke. And I told this one of Larry's friends right in Malaysia in our event. We all went out to the bar there one night, and I spoke to his friend, the owner, and I said, "You're broke, bro. Like, you're broke." And he's like looking at me upset. And I'm like, "Let me do the math for you again." And I grabbed a paper and a pen and I showed him. I said, "You do all this in a month and you pay all your bills," because I ran a business too, and I know what it looks like at the end of the month. Every month it's the same bullshit. And at the end of the month, you're lucky to, you know, make this much percentage if you're lucky. If you don't grow what you get at the end of the month in a way to grow forward, then you're still broke the next month on the first. And then he's like, "You're right," you know, and I'm like, "I know I'm right. Thank you for listening. You know, I know I'm right." And so, like, it's not just about making money and having money and all that sort of stuff. It's truly about growing wealth. So you can also say growing money, but that's what this is about. And so what do we got? What are our options, everybody? You can Google. You guys got, you know, phones in your hands. Go out there and find options to grow your wealth that are safe, secure, real, and all that sort of stuff that goes into what we're doing here. Just imagine the variables here, and go find something similar or go find other mechanisms out there. And there isn't any. Look at Mr. Andy, our guy. He's interviewed over 150 companies, and they're all bullshit, right? And so, like, that's the thing. And so there's lots of schemes and dreams out there, but there's not real results out there, you know, and that's the problem with the crypto space. And that's why a lot of people get, you know, screwed over. A lot of people have lost their Bitcoins because they turn into crypto gamblers. I was one of them. I'm a reformed crypto gambler myself. And so, you know, there's a lot of people that have got a sore spot. You know, I have one now. I'm sore right today, but there's a lot of people that have a sore spot with crypto and Bitcoin because they were in it in the early days and they blew it off and they lost it or whatever and got duped out of it. And like I said, all those scheme coins take your Bitcoin to buy them, but you can't buy Bitcoin back the other way. It's a one-way deal. You know, give us your Bitcoin, we'll give you the sham token, but you can't sell the sham token and get your Bitcoins back. Well, now they got me, you see, and this has happened to people again and again and again. And so again, it's all about that. Like, so you got to ask your friend, hey, tell me about your crypto history. What have you done? Oh, well, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now I know about you. Now tell me how you're growing your wealth. What are you doing today? Like, are you trading Forex? Do you have mutual funds? Like, what are you buying some fake papers from the banksters right now? Like, what are you doing to grow your family's wealth? And then they'll give you answers. And then you be tough on them and you be confident and you say, look, you need a second highway, my man, or you're just going to be ending up broke at the end of this journey, right? And that's the job here. We're trying to turn people around and make sure everybody embraces Bitcoin so they don't end up broke in the future. Like, it's that simple and that obvious.
In fact, he did give me that answer, and it did fall into that category that you just mentioned.
Okay. Well, perfect. So, you know, just get them on the Zoom call with us and let's talk to them.
I will.
You know?
I'm trying to very much. Yeah.
Bring them here and let's educate. You see, I learned all this in all the other companies I did of what mattered, you know, and I'll tell you some of the stuff that really, really matters. Let's boil the soup and get right down to the bones here. What matters? Results. Nothing else. So we could sell the Holy Grail, and if it doesn't deliver results, we're out of business in 48 hours. So results matters first, bottom line. Second thing is the actual, you know, the results, and then the actuality. Like, is it a situation? Is it a product? Like, what's happening? Like, what's the mechanism? All that other stuff. That's all part and parcel with the main thing, which is, again, results. And so that's all that matters. And so if they have wants, needs, and things like that, we can plug them into our solution and provide results. And that's the confidence there, right? And what's our true insurance of all this? Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the real insurance. Like, we're withdrawing Bitcoins, they're going up eventually in time. And so we're collecting them, and that's the insurance right there. And so we really have little to no risk in this situation here at all. And it's real like that, you know? And so it's a great place to be and a great solution to provide people. And that's why I'm here, you know? And we learned that. And then the third thing I want to say overall of that is the education. Like, everybody has needs and wants, but they need to be educated on, you know, what they need and want, you know, like, you have to help them back, right? And so that's the big thing, that education is the missing link that enough people are not spending enough time on, right? And that's why we open every day and do this every day, to make sure that you guys get it. And also, we want to help your people, so bring them to the Zooms and let's educate them together, you know. And they will come with us, you know. They'll make the conscious decision that that's right for them, and they'll add this to their portfolio, and that's what they need to do. It's obvious to us, but not obvious to them yet, right? So we'll educate them, and then they'll turn their car around and come with us if we do a good job of that. So again, education is key. Have an educational conversation with people, you know, and stuff like that. And you're doing a good job of pointing them in the direction of where to get the info. You're doing a good job of educating already, and just keep the gas on. And, you know, he hasn't said F off to you yet, and he hasn't said that. So he's still, what we'd say is a warm lead. You know, he's still a warm lead, right? It just takes some time to grind on him a little bit with more education, and then he'll turn his car around and you'll have success. You see, just don't give up and don't bug people too much. Obviously, you know, talk to him once a week for now, and then just, you know, drip on him, they say, or whatever. You know, just put a little bit on him every week, and he'll hopefully come around for you, right? That's all you can do.
Yeah, I want to drip until he drifts towards me.
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go. Okay. Walter, anything else for today?
We were talking about education just a second ago, and I was thinking about Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant game, the rat race.
Yeah.
And what's the, I love playing that game with my kids or friends or anybody. The reason why it's like such a great game to play is because it teaches people to recognize opportunities. And what is an opportunity is you get out of the rat race when your passive income is greater than your expenses.
Absolutely.
Like you can be $1 more. You're now out of the rat race because you're making passive income and your expenses are paid. And that takes a weight off your head. And that's why Bitcoin is so great, is because you're getting paid in Bitcoin and Bitcoin price is going up. And so it's double. It's getting better as we go.
Absolutely.
I love playing that game. In fact, you should sit down, Chet. You should sit down with your friends and play that game because it opens eyes. Have a meetup and play. And I used to do this on a weekly basis. I'd have a meetup and I'd play the game. Anybody would show up. We'd talk about stuff. And many people have varying levels of education on finance, and that game is a good methodology to learn finance, to learn how to read a balance sheet, to learn how to read what is an asset and what is a doodad. Because an asset makes you money and a doodad costs you money. That's simple.
And everybody makes a mistake of buying their wants and not their needs too, right?
That's
They
right.
don't know what they really need because they're buying on their wants. When I bought the first 10 Bitcoins in 2011, that day I switched from broke to wealthy. Like that day, that moment I took $200 out of my pocket and bought 10 Bitcoins for $20 each. I switched gears from broke to wealthy. Not that I was broke. It wasn't like that, but just the concept of that. Yeah. And I was in the monetary system like everyone else. And I was in that same highway that everyone else is on. And I was running my company just like everyone else does and all that stuff. And so that day that I bought the first 10 Bitcoins, something switched there. Now, did I know that on that day? No, I didn't. I had no idea. Did I know that a year later? No. Did I know that 2 years later? No. Did I know that 3, 4 years later? Yes, it started to seep in on me. 5, 6 years later, it was crystal clear to me. Whoa. And not just me, friends like Walter, friends on my Facebook, friends I went to high school with, friends in my community, they all saw me take off in a direction and they just were like wowed because they said, wow, Jan, you just embraced that Bitcoin and you took off like a rocket. And I did. And so the confidence, the stability, the security, the future wealth, the factors of it all commencing, and it's all propelling and powering my future life and my family. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It was just so amazing to understand that. And let's go back to 10 Bitcoins. Those 10 Bitcoins, I could go and let's just say they were worth, that much then. Today, they're worth so much more. I have gone to that pile and taken $2,000 when I needed it, and $2,000 when I needed it, and $2,000 when I needed it off the Bitcoin pile. If that was cash, it would all those 2,000s, it would be less, you see. But because it was Bitcoin, all those 2,000s that I needed, it's risen way beyond what I've skimmed off the top. And that little thing right there was another clear light in my mind that I'll never be broke again for the rest of my life, because the Bitcoins are inflationary, and I've already used 2K here and 2K there and 2K there. And wow, I've got way more this year than I had last year, and again next year, and like that. And so it's far outweighed any of the values that I would have ever worked with typical cash. And so there you go. Like but you need to experience that like I did. And then it's like, wow, you get it, and that's another thing. And people just don't get it because they're not doing it, right? They need to do it and embracing it, right? So the first step is let's get people making Bitcoins and let's get them understanding why, like we're doing now. Second step will be helping people, grow their wealth even further with the power of Bitcoin. And we'll have more of that coming down the highway for everybody here. So just jump in this car and stay with us, stay close, because all those answers and strategies are all going to be coming in a coming years, you know, with Bitharvest. So again, we've got a great system and a great ecosystem and a great company to be you know, repping and be plugged into for the future years of Bitcoin's growth. So best seat in the house right now, in my opinion. Hence why I'm here. And you guys know that I've been everywhere and tried everything and seen everybody. So you already know. So if I decided myself to be here and to be with you guys and build this out, then you know that I know something. I hope you know that I know something. and I can speak from a resume. I can speak from experience. I can speak from like real numbers. You know, like I have it all, right? I have spreadsheets and all that sort of stuff. So I know what we're doing here, and we're definitely all on the right track. This is the best track to be on right now. So that said, Chet, and to all of you hardworking animals out here, bring more people to the calls. I love today. We had lots of new names and new faces today. Bring more people to the calls. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same link, same time. And I got even more new stuff to tell you guys tomorrow, because it'll be August 1st when the time zone switches, and I'll be able to release something that you guys won't get to know until the next day. So I'm going to give you the 1 day early news on the early news. So stick with me. Tomorrow we have something special for everybody to learn. Thank you, Walter. Thank you, Chet. Thank you, everybody, for taking the time to shine and learn more about Bitcoins and our wealth journey. And get out there, make it your baby, and empower the planet. You have nothing in your way and everything to gain for everybody involved. So thank you again, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Good day, afternoon, and good night. Bye-bye.